Hello, welcome back. This is Wency from Wency's Toys channel, and today I will be reviewing the Lego set 71775 Nia Samurai X Mech from the Lego Ninjago series for the summer wave of 2022. So let's get right to it. Oh, and before I forget, please hit the thumbs up button if you've enjoyed this video. And please consider subscribing, as a lot of my viewers have not yet subscribed to my channel, and it would help me a lot in bringing you more content like this in the future. Thank you very much. Okay, so now on to the minifigures. So again, this set has 8 minifigures, 3 villains, 4 heroes, and I don't know what the last one is. If he's a hero or a villain. He looks like a villain, but in the box he's siding with the hero. So I'll let you decide. So again, with all the sets or all the minifigures in this sets, this one has the villain minion, the Vengestone Warrior. Very cool torso design. I like very much the armor printing here, plus the crystallized chest here with some of the rock printing here. The dual molded printed legs with one translucent pink right leg, and then of course he has, like all the Vengestone Warriors in the series, he has a translucent pink left arm, and then of course the dual molded dragon head here with the translucent pink spikes for the crown, parts of the head that shows out here with the teeth and the eyes. Very cool indeed. And next up we have the mechanic here, and like all the other major villains in this set, they all have this crystallized armor uniform for their torso and legs, with very cool torso and leg printing here, that it's all in the crystallized theme, that they have this armor and some crystals showing out. And of course it has a violet arm, and then he also has this zapper weapon because he is the mechanic, so he has a lot of the more technological weaponry. And he also has this crystallized armor, shoulder armor here. Unfortunately, he only has one face, as you can see here. That's the only distinguishing thing about the villain minifigures of this series, is the head and their headpiece. So since he's wearing a top hat, he doesn't have a secondary face. And next up we have one of the other major villains in this set, but he's the one that has stolen Jay's elemental weapon. So in this one, he's the one that's holding Jay's nunchucks here, golden elemental nunchucks here. And like I said with the mechanic, they all have the same torso print, but this one, since this is General Pythor, since he has snake legs, his armor printing for his snake part is very different and very cool indeed. Again, it's in the crystallized armor theme, so it's still purple and gray, but it's nice that they made a printing on his snake piece here. So at the back, it's the same printing there, and of course, like all the major villains, he has a shoulder armor and a very cool printing on the head as well, and it's also on the crystallized theme here, and he has this crystal on his head. Very nice. And to round out the villains, but not sure if he's a villain or not, because usually here is Oni Garmadon. Garmadon is usually the villain, right? But it seems like here, since he's not in his crystallized uniform, he's just wearing his Oni robes, that he might be fighting with the heroes here. Not sure. I can't remember if he was in the first part of the series or of the season. So here he has a very cool and detailed printing in the torso. Nice that they also printed the legs since this is a robe piece. And of course he has a very cool headpiece that has the Oni mask, and unfortunately you can't really open it up since he's using a samurai type helmet. But here you got his angry face. Looking at the back, very cool Japanese style back printing for the torso, for the robe, and for most samurais. And yeah, it's just a normal black back face, so he only has one printing for the face. Okay, starting off with the villains, we have here Little Nelson. I think he is one of the junior ninjas or one of the new ninjas that want to be a ninja that protects. So in the first part of the Crystallized series, there's a new bunch of ninjas trying to replace our traditional ninjas. So Little Nelson here, he's the light blue purple. I guess he's the light blue ninja instead of the blue ninja who is Jay. So very cool that he has this nice dual molded hood cap piece, and he's holding up a ninja flag here, and very cool and detailed torso printing here. And here he has a secondary face that doesn't show his face mask, and very nice and very cool torso back printing as well. Next up is Golden Jay. So this is the set where you can get Golden Jay separately, individually. So if you're buying a lot of these Crystallized series sets, only the Lloyd Golden Ultra Dragon will have all golden ninjas, but each of the samurai set or each of the ninja sets would have one of the golden ninjas there, if it is their set. Like in Cole's set, you have the golden Cole there, and here we have Jay, because in Jay's set he was in his golden dragon form, but here, or golden elemental dragon form, but here he's just in his golden form here. So he, again, with all the golden ninjas, they have gold arms, gold hood, and very nice gold printings on his uniform here. And of course here he has his angry face, and then he also has, of course, his smiling face, because this is Jay, right? And like all the other ninjas, he would have at the back printing his Ninjago character for Jay. So very cool indeed that they put this detailed printing as well for the torso at the back. And here we also get Master Wu in his golden armor form. So he has this golden staff that he carries with him, and he has this golden shoulder armor, and it's the golden dragon armor. Very cool. And then let's look at his face here. Yeah, of course it's Master Wu, so he's a bit pretty old, but I like his robes here. Very, I would say, opposite of Oni Garmadon, where it's all white and gold. Here looks very heroic. And looking at removing the armor, we can get the back printing. See? So unlike in Garmadon where it's black, Master Wu's here is white, and he also has a secondary face printing here. Very nice indeed. Or no, he doesn't have a secondary face. Sorry about that, I thought it was a face, but he has his ponytail since he is wearing just a normal Chinese hat. And last but not the least, we have Samurai X Nia. So in the Crystallized series, or in the previous season series, Nia got into a water form because she almost merged like the water goddess. But in the start of this crystallized series, all of the ninjas were missing Nia, so she seems to be the glue holding everyone together. So they tried to get her back, but for her to go back, they had to work with Asphira to basically take her water powers. So she's back to her normal self without her water powers. Hopefully she gets some form of it back. But she was still originally the Samurai X Nia. So she was still formerly Samurai X. So she still has this samurai armor printing here that's very, very cool and detailed, and very nice shoulder armor. I like the helmet piece here, but the jaw piece here gets easily knocked out if you handle the helmet wrong. So again, for the back printing, it's a normal samurai printing with all the samurai armor, and then trying to look at her secondary face is her smiling face. So at the front, it was her angry face. Okay, so now on to the builds. So again, this is set 71775, Nia's Samurai X Mech, and this is one of the side builds. No, well, this is the side build. So it's probably, I guess, I would say sort of like a vampire bat thing for the crystallized army. So again, there's a lot of these pink crystallized pieces here. And again, this is with like the dragon head. They made a crystallized form here. Very, very cool that they included that here. And creating the head actually is just this headpiece, and then some of the fangs and a static jaw here, using one of the more elaborate neck shield pieces here. Very, very cool. And it's all put into this ball joint here, so at least the head has some good articulation here. Very, very cool. It also has ball joints for the connectors to the arms, but unfortunately they made use of this static elbow piece here. I wish Lego could make one of the hinges that has a round hole in it a little smaller, so that they can use it for things like this, so that you can at least move the elbows here. But here, the only form that you can do here, since the elbows doesn't move, the arms don't move, or the hands don't move. So this is kind of a weird pose here. Bats don't go like that. So yeah, so it is a simple body here. It's a little bit flat with just some Nexonite pieces here. And again, the feet here or the hind legs are on ball joints, and the only pieces that move are on the, I would say, the waist portion here, as well as the ankles. So there's no knee here to be thought of. So if you want it to pose, I'm not sure if it's stable enough or if it's top heavy, because yeah, if you can make it stand like that, as you can see, it wants to fall over from the front, but here there's a stable position, so it has enough friction on the ball joints. So yeah, but it's still weird that you can only do like this kind of pose without the hands rotating. So yeah, a bit disappointed that they weren't able to make the elbows and hands move, but I guess since this is just a side build, this will do. So now on to the main build. So this is Nia's Samurai X Mech, and it is large, as you can see here. It's very, very large. So I'm estimating that this is almost as tall as the Lloyd's Ultra Mech before from the previous years, and yeah, it's nice that they already made a very big Samurai X mech. I was waiting for this kind of mech to be out, and it is very, very interesting, and I'm glad that they made it this way. So let's first look at some of the features here. So the X here, there is a little bit of a gap here because they put the lower part of the X on some Technic pieces, but I'm guessing they couldn't make it like have another piece here to lock it in so that the X forms more snugly fit into the chest area here. But nevertheless, it still looks pretty cool in this form. So either you can have it here connected here where the X is shown more, or you can have it here flush with the chest. So that is very, very cool. So the head moves on a ball joint. Very cool design as well. I liked how this head was built. Also, there's don't need to move the head so that Nia can fit. There is a part here where you can just place Nia in. So Nia can sit here. So we just make her sit there. And she fits. Very, very cool. The shoulders or the arms have very good articulation. There is a nice swivel for the pauldrons because there is a spring-loaded shooter there. So there is a missile there for playability. So they can put that, you can aim your arm and then the missile would just come here. Very, very cool. The arms have nice flexibility, so it's on a nice firm two Technic pin piece connected to the chest area, and it has a very nice good swivel. I like that they made the arms also on a swivel here, that there's nothing at the back of the elbow to stop it. Very, very cool. But it's okay to probably put one piece there so that it doesn't look awkward, but I appreciate the effort that they did there. And then the hands in itself are on a ball joint, so very, very good flexibility and articulation there. Very ingenious way of putting the sword there. Nice. It's on also a Technic piece, so very, very cool. I like how they made the finger or the thumb on a ball joint. Usually it's just also connected to here by clips, but very nice that they made it that way. So it's on the same on the other side, so don't need to go delve into that. But the sword design is also very, very interesting, that it has this wing here, or this blade wing piece here that's being used. I like it. Now moving on to the torso or waist area. So there are, I would say, hip pads here, or hip armor here, to hide the mechanism here for the joints, and it's the same joint mechanism that they use for the arm. So it has very good articulation as well. So, but of course, since it is hindered by the piece here, it won't move as much. But with if you remove the hip plates, very, very good articulation on the hip part of the leg here. So very, very cool. So as you can see here, that the piece that keeps falling off is one of the kneecaps. And The kneecaps, it's nice that they put some knee padding here. Very, very cool indeed. But the one thing though is it easily keeps snapping off. So this piece might get worn off in time. But removing that, they put the knee on a 3 ball joint technique here. So very, very nice. It has good articulation actually for a knee. So it's nice that it stops here and you can still have a good kicking pose there. But the one bad thing is that Lego always does for these Ninjago mechs is the foot articulation doesn't go back and front. I know this is for stability, because if you want it on a standing pose, you can't have that. But I think if they made these, I understand the back part because no foot really goes back so far, but if you can make it such that it's movable and it's not static here or fixed, then this would have been a nice, good mech that they would have already designed that. So like right now, if I want it in a take a knee pose, it's very hard to pose. It's almost like you're gonna break the other side of the ankle joint there. So all in all, it's still a good design. I like that there's a lot of articulation with this mech, especially on the leg part. But they could have improved it on the ankles. I wish that Lego would find a way to make the angles on the feet for the Ninjago mechs more posable. Maybe have some of the toes bend, I'm not sure. But overall, I like the articulation here on the mech. So it does take a bit of time to put it back, but very nice articulation. And also I like the, let me just show you the new way that they make feet. So usually the underneath the feet, so that it doesn't have a, it doesn't slip because of all the smooth pieces here, they put rubber wheel pieces here to make it not move. But it's nice that now they have these rubber stoppers for the Technic pieces, so that those are the ones that make it not move. And actually it makes it nice for the design as well as the aesthetics as well. And that's it for my raw review of the Lego set 71775 Nia's Samurai X Mech, and I hope that you found it interesting and informative. So if you've enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button and please consider subscribing, as a lot of my viewers have not yet subscribed to my channel, and it would help me a lot in bringing you more content like this in the future. Till the next video, Ninjago!